The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. Summary: C.S. Lewis's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is a classic of children's literature and the first published book in the Chronicles of Narnia series. Blending fantasy with Christian allegory, the novel explores themes of faith, betrayal, redemption, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. The story follows the Pevensie siblings as they discover a magical world hidden inside an ordinary wardrobe and take part in a battle to liberate it from a tyrannical ruler. Setting and introduction: set during World War II, the novel opens with siblings Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy Pevensie being evacuated from London to the countryside to escape the Blitz. They are sent to live in a large, old country house owned by the mysterious Professor Kirk. One rainy day, the children decide to explore the house, and Lucy, the youngest, stumbles upon a wardrobe that serves as a portal to another world. Lucy's discovery: Lucy's first journey into the wardrobe brings her to the land of Narnia, a magical realm under the control of the White Witch. There, she meets Mr. Tumnus, a faun who explains that the witch has plunged Narnia into an eternal winter where it is always winter but never Christmas. Despite orders to report any humans, Mr. Tumnus chooses to help Lucy return home, showing the first act of resistance against the witch's regime. Edmund's betrayal: when Lucy tells her siblings about Narnia, they do not believe her. Edmund, however, follows her into the wardrobe on a later occasion and encounters the White Witch. She entices him with enchanted Turkish delight and the promise of power, manipulating him into betraying his siblings. This encounter marks a turning point in Edmund's character arc, illustrating the dangers of temptation and pride. All four enter Narnia. Eventually, all four children enter Narnia together while hiding from the housekeeper. They learn that Mr. Tumnus has been arrested for aiding Lucy, and they seek refuge with Mr. and Mrs. Beaver, who inform them about a prophecy. When 2 sons of Adam and 2 daughters of Eve sit on the thrones at Cair Paravel, the witch's reign will end. The Beavers also tell them that Aslan, the true king of Narnia, has returned. Edmund's capture and the journey to Aslan: while the others plan to meet Aslan, Edmund slips away to the White Witch, expecting rewards. Instead, he is imprisoned. Meanwhile, Peter, Susan, Lucy, and the Beavers journey to the Stone Table, the place where they are to meet Aslan. As they travel, signs of the witch's power weakening begin to appear, the snow melts, and spring returns. This symbolizes the return of hope and the power of good. Meeting Aslan: when they arrive at the Stone Table, the children meet Aslan, a majestic lion who represents a Christ-like figure. Aslan commands great respect and love. He orchestrates a rescue mission for Edmund, who is freed and brought back to the camp. Aslan speaks privately with Edmund, and although the details of their conversation are not revealed, Edmund is visibly changed, signaling his repentance. The witch's demand and Aslan's sacrifice: the White Witch arrives at Aslan's camp and demands Edmund's life, citing the deep magic of Narnia that requires all traitors to be handed over to her. Aslan offers himself in Edmund's place, and the witch agrees. That night, Aslan walks to the Stone Table, followed by Lucy and Susan. The witch and her followers bind, shave, and mock him before killing him. Aslan's death represents Christ's crucifixion. Lucy and Susan mourn beside his body, but the next morning, Aslan rises from the dead. He explains that a deeper magic from before the dawn of time allows for the resurrection of an innocent victim who dies in a traitor's stead. This moment captures the essence of Christian redemption and grace. The final battle: Aslan takes Lucy and Susan to the witch's castle, where he breathes life into the statues she had turned to stone. These revived creatures form a new army, and together they march to join the battle already underway between Peter's forces and the witch's army. The battle turns in favor of Aslan's side, and the witch is ultimately defeated by Aslan himself. Coronation and reign: the Pevensie children are crowned kings and queens of Narnia at Cair Paravel, Peter the Magnificent, Susan the Gentle, Edmund the Just, and Lucy the Valiant. They reign for many years, bringing peace and prosperity to the land. As adults, while chasing a white stag, a symbol of the divine or unattainable, they stumble back through the wardrobe and return to England, finding that no time has passed. Themes and symbolism: Christian allegory, Aslan's character and actions clearly align with Christian theology. His sacrifice and resurrection mirror Jesus Christ's death and resurrection. Edmund's betrayal and redemption signify sin and the forgiveness of the repentant sinner. The stone table represents the Old Testament law, while its breaking symbolizes the new covenant of grace. Good versus evil, the novel explores the moral dichotomy of good and evil. The white witch embodies selfishness, cruelty, and false promises. Aslan and the Pevensies, in contrast, stand for sacrifice, justice, and compassion. The battle for Narnia becomes a spiritual allegory for the battle within the human soul. Redemption and forgiveness, Edmund's arc is central to the story's message about forgiveness and transformation. Despite his betrayal, he is given a second chance, reflecting the idea that redemption is possible for everyone. Aslan's grace, not just justice, prevails. Power and authority, leadership is another major theme. Peter grows into his role as High King through acts of bravery and humility. The witch's rule is based on fear and lies, contrasting with Aslan's reign, which is based on love and justice. This reflects Lewis's view of legitimate versus illegitimate power. Character analysis, Lucy Pevensie is the first to enter Narnia and remains steadfast in her beliefs. Her innocence, courage, and loyalty make her one of the story's moral anchors. Edmund Pevensie undergoes the most significant transformation. Initially spiteful and envious, his experiences with the witch and Aslan lead to deep personal growth. Peter Pevensie matures into a capable and courageous leader. His sense of duty and honor makes him a natural choice for High King. Susan Pevensie is logical and cautious. While helpful and brave, she sometimes struggles with belief, foreshadowing her eventual distancing from Narnia in later books. Aslan is a complex character combining majesty with gentleness. His actions convey deep spiritual truths about sacrifice, love, and redemption. The White Witch is a chilling antagonist whose rule is marked by fear, deceit, and oppression. Her character warns against the seductive nature of evil. Writing style and narrative voice, Lewis employs a third-person omniscient narrator who frequently addresses the reader directly. This narrative choice creates a warm, conversational tone that draws young readers into the story. The language is simple yet evocative, filled with vivid imagery and moral clarity. Mythical creatures and talking animals create an atmosphere of wonder, while the underlying spiritual themes give the tale lasting depth. Legacy and influence, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe has remained a beloved classic for decades. Its combination of imaginative storytelling and spiritual allegory has influenced generations of readers. It has been adapted into stage plays, radio dramas, television series, and major motion pictures. Beyond its entertainment value, the novel offers profound insights into human nature, morality, and the possibility of redemption. Conclusion: In The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, C.S. Lewis creates a timeless tale that captivates both children and adults. Through the adventures of the Pevensie siblings and the moral struggles they face, the novel presents a rich tapestry of fantasy, faith, and transformation. Its themes of love, sacrifice, and the triumph of good over evil ensure its place as one of the most enduring works of children's literature and allegorical fiction.